What's up, EV Squad? Today I'm talking about Encroaching Dark. So this level was actually a suggestion by Rahesh Khan, so thank you for the suggestion. Sorry it took me so long, I was in Japan, and I also got pretty unlucky with this level. Nah! So on to rating it. The gameplay is split into 5 parts. The first bit is really easy and makes it super boring to play from zero. Nothing about the gameplay is especially interesting, and even though I know it's intentionally easy, it still affects how the level plays. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Then the drop is this super confusing memory section, which is absolutely horrible to learn. But once you've learned it, it's actually not that bad. The gameplay is pretty fun. It's just that sometimes, because of the memory aspect of it, when you die, it can feel a little undeserved. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Then there's the duel, which in my opinion is by far the hardest part of the level, especially when it becomes asymmetrical. But also, I think it has the best gameplay out of the entire level, especially when it becomes asymmetrical. It's really unfortunate that it's so unbalanced, but just because of how good the gameplay is, I'm gonna have to give it a 7. Then there's the UFO section, which I actually found relatively easily. The gameplay is very unique, especially in the cube sections. In the UFO, it's mostly just clicking after you enter a portal, which there isn't anything wrong with that, but because of the cube section, I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10. Then I'm going to fuse the last 3 sections into one, so there's actually only 5 sections of gameplay. They all play pretty much the same. They're very easy and would be very boring, but because they're at the end, the nerves actually make it a lot harder and more interesting. It's still abhorrently boring gameplay, but I honestly think that if they put the easy part at the start, at the end, and made it so the only easy bits were at the end, the level would be a lot better. So because of that, I'm going to give the last section a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
So overall, I'm going to give this level a 6 out of 10 on gameplay. A lot of it would be very fun, but because of how easy the start is and hard the duel is, it has too many balancing problems to give any higher than that. Now the decoration. At the absolute start, it's this weird staticky effect with black borders on the top and these crab flower things, which I have no idea what they are, but they look really cool and I think it's great. Then after that, the area with the castle isn't too interesting, and then we get into the drop. All the art of the anime woman is like genuinely really impressive and looks great. Then the duel, nothing too special about it except for the contrast between the yellow, red, and blue. I think it looks really good. And then the UFO looks beautiful. The moon in the background and the structuring, it all looks great. The end is pretty much the same as the second half of the start. There's nothing too interesting about it. In the ball section at the end, there are portraits of all these anime women. I still have no idea why, but it's pretty cool. So I'm going to give this level a 3 out of 4 on decoration. Now the theming in this level is also great. The gameplay and decoration really matches the music well, including in difficulty, which is technically an overall negative, but we'll get what we can get, right? At the start, there's this section where there's 2 anime characters talking over some harmonic music, and it really fits the theme well into the drop where it all goes batshit insane. And I can, based on what little I know this level is based off an anime called Hiraguchi where a bunch of women go completely insane. So I think it's matched its theme pretty well. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 4. Now, overall, I didn't especially enjoy this level, not any more than I would with any other level, so I'm not going to give it any points of bias. So, that brings it to a 12 out of 20, which lands it right in cool tier. Thank you very much for the suggestion, Rahesh Khan. Thank you to e3ea.
Daddy, I'm coming.
Thank you to e3ea for making this level onto the completion.
なあレナみんなは俺に嘘や隠し事なんかしてないよなしてないよ絶対嘘だろ
Sorry. Oh, I beat it. I did it. I beat the fucking level. I beat it. Yes! Oh, I did it. Oh, speed.